This week on The Cone, we're talking about how to stop your cat from tearing up your furniture. Can you get your feline friend to change his behavior? It's all in how you couch it.
And now, the vet who has been known to chase a laser pointer, Dr. Andy Roark.
Cats tearing up furniture is a serious problem, not because I care about the beauty of couches across the nation, but because this is one of the behaviors that often ends up in cats being dropped at the shelter. I know you would never do that or even consider it, but it happens a lot, and I just want you to let the severity of the situation sink in. So, how do we convince cats not to tear up our stuff? Here's what you need to know. Can we just stop a cat from scratching? Well, no. It's a natural and instinctual behavior for cats. Scratching and cats are kind of a package deal, and the scratching is not going to go away. Still, there are things that we can do to prevent your stuff that you care about from being the target. So why do they do it? Well, there's a couple of different reasons. Cats have scent glands in between their pads on the bottom of their feet, and actually scratching can be a way that they communicate with each other. Scratching can be part of play behavior. It also helps keep their nails healthy. When you see cats scratching, they're not sharpening their nails, and some people say that. They're not sharpening their nails, but they can remove pieces of the old sheath, and it does help them grow naturally and healthy. Finally, this can be a stress behavior for cats. You know how some people chew their fingernails or fidget or eat? That's what I do. When they get stressed, some cats scratch to relieve anxiety. It's something that's related to that. So, there's a lot of different reasons that cats scratch stuff. What most people want to know is just, how do I get my cat to stop scratching up my stuff? Basically, we have to do a little bit of negotiation with our cat. We have to protect your stuff, but at the same time, we also have to let cats be cats, and we need to reward them for the behaviors that we want them to do. Your cat is not just gonna listen to you and stop scratching. You know that. We're lucky that our cats let us live in the house with them. So how do we do this thing that I'm talking about? What is this negotiation? There are basically 3 steps. First, we want to take the furniture that you have that the cat wants to scratch and make it unappealing. One way that people do this is cover it with blankets or sheets that have a different texture that the cat's maybe not so into. People will put like 2-sided tape onto furniture so that it feels weird or it's sticky and that turns cats off. Other people put tin foil like down on the ground around the furniture, and they don't like to walk on it, so they stay away from it. There's a bunch of different ways to do this. The important thing is we just want to make this less attractive for the cat without hurting or scaring our buddy. Now, this is not permanent. I'm not saying you're going to live with tin foil on the floor for the rest of your life. This is a temporary thing to make the furniture less attractive and get your cat turned off to it until we can get them turned on to something that they're going to love even more, that you are totally cool with them scratching on. Second, as soon as we take away the furniture as a scratching option, we want to introduce new scratching options. Remember, this is a negotiation. We start taking something away, let's give something back to the cat. There's 2 things that I like. The first is a vertical scratcher. This is something that the cat can stand up and scratch vertically on. It should have a texture that the cat really loves, but not the same texture as the furniture, because I want to avoid confusion later on. Let's find something great, but distinctly different from the furniture we're protecting. The vertical scratching targets, they need to be tall enough so that your cat can stretch out, like full body stretch, and reach up, and they love that position. If the thing is too short, it doesn't feel the same way, they won't like it. So that's one mistake I see a lot of people making. Cat scratching posts that are tall, they fit the bill. There's a lot of cat condos and other even furniture pieces that are made for cats that have got these sections that the cat can scratch on. There are some flat pieces of scratching material like cardboard that can actually be set up, and they have that height and it works. So pick out what's going to be best for your cat in that regard. Make sure it's high enough off the ground or it's tall enough. At the same time you've put in this vertical scratching option, I like to have something flat. I like something on the floor, something horizontal that the cat can stand on and really scratch. A lot of these that you see, there's carpet and stuff like that that's specifically made. The other thing is there's a lot of these cardboard ones that I really like a lot. You have to replace them, but a lot of cats really love them. Whatever you use, you may have to try a couple things. We've got to find a texture that the cat likes and will go for. So give them some options. Put both of these scratching options like right next to the furniture that you're trying to protect, if they've already been going after that furniture, right? If they're not bothering the furniture, don't put it there, put it somewhere else. But if your cat is trying to get to your furniture, we've tried to make that furniture unappealing, put the vertical and the horizontal stuff there, give them some options, kind of make a barrier so that they're running into these new options that we want them to like more. You may have to try some different fabrics, some different textures, some different styles. I hope not. I hope you'll pick something and it'll be wonderful. But ultimately, we just gotta find what the cat likes as much or more than your furniture. And finally, when your cat uses the condo or scratching post or whatever we picked out that we want your cat to scratch on, we need to lay on the praise. This is positive reinforcement. We want to reward that behavior. So whatever your cat likes, it can be treats, it can be attention or praise or whatever. When we see the cat doing the behavior that we want, let's positively reinforce that behavior. Try to celebrate them doing that and just make this the most awesome experience possible for your cat. And the last thing, this is just a word of warning, resist the urge to stomp your feet or yell or slap your hands or generally scare your cat if you see them scratching someplace they're not supposed to scratch. I see people do that. I understand why we do it because it freaks you out and it makes you insane. But you can scare the bejesus out of your cat and it is not going to convince him or her not to scratch more. In fact, that type of stuff can lead to other problems. Scaring them, especially hurting them, anything like that, generally, we know that's bad. But even just purely from a technical standpoint, it can cause more anxiety and we have more scratching because they're working off that anxiety. You can get stuff like inappropriate urination. They can pee outside the litter box and you're actually creating problems because you're trying to fix this other problem. So just, it's a bad idea. Understand why it happens, but let's not do it. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. It's counterproductive. And that is our show. I hope this was super helpful. If you have a cat, one, I love cat pictures, so you can put them down below. Tell me about your cat. If you have had products that you love, you've got the best scratching post in the world, stuff like that, feel free to put some links to where you found it in the section below. Let's help the people out, give love to the community. So, guys, until the next time we meet, let's be the people that our cats deserve.